santushta. Yadichaya upalabdena santushto mitabhuk muni vivakta sarana santo maitra karuna atmavan. Yadichaya without difficulty. Upalabdena with what is obtained. Santushta satisfied. Mita little. Bhuka eating. Muni thoughtful. Vivikta sarana living in a secluded place. Santaha peaceful. Maitra friendly. Karuna compassionate. Atmavan self-possessed, self-realized. Translation purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. For his income, a devotee should be satisfied with what he earns without great difficulty. He should not eat more than what is necessary. He should live in a secluded place and always be thoughtful, peaceful, friendly, compassionate, and self-realized. Purport. Everyone who has accepted a material body must maintain the necessities of the body by acting or earning some livelihood. A devotee should only work for such income as is absolutely necessary. He should be satisfied always with such income and should not endeavor to earn more and more simply to accumulate the unnecessary. A person in the conditioned state who has no money is always found working very hard to earn some with the object of lording it over material nature. Kapil Dev instructs that we should not endeavor hard for things which may come automatically without extraneous labor. The exact word used in this connection, yadichaya, means that every living entity has a predestined happiness and distress in his present body. This is called the law of karma. It is not possible that simply by endeavors to accumulate more money, a person will be able to do so. Otherwise, almost everyone would be on the same level of wealth. In reality, everyone is earning and acquiring according to his predestined karma. According to the Bhagavatam conclusion, we are sometimes faced with dangerous or miserable conditions without endeavoring for them. And similarly, we may have prosperous conditions without endeavoring for them. We are advised to let these things come as predestined. We should engage our valuable time in prosecuting Krishna consciousness. In other words, one should be satisfied by his natural condition. If by predestination one is put into a certain condition of life which is not very prosperous in comparison to another's position, one should not be disturbed. He should simply try to utilize his valuable time to advance in Krishna consciousness. Advancement in Krishna consciousness does not depend on any materially prosperous or distressed condition. It is free from the conditions imposed by material life. A very poor man can execute Krishna consciousness as effectively as a very rich man. One should therefore be very satisfied with his position as offered by the Lord. Another word here is mittabhuk. This means that one should eat only as much as necessary to maintain the body and soul together. One should not be gluttonous to satisfy the tongue. Grains, fruits, milk, and similar foods are allotted for human consumption. One should not be excessively eager to satisfy the tongue and eat that which is not meant for humanity. Particularly, a devotee should eat only prasad or food which is offered to the personality of Godhead. His position is to accept the remnants of those foodstuffs. Innocent foods like grains, vegetables, fruits, flowers, and milk preparations are offered to the Lord and therefore there is no scope for offering foods which are in the mode of passion and ignorance. A devotee should not be greedy. It is also recommended that the devotee should be muni or thoughtful. He should always think of Krishna and how to render better service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That should be his only anxiety. As a materialist is always thoughtful about improving his material condition, a devotee's thought should always be engaged in improving his condition in Krishna consciousness. Therefore, he should be a muni. The next item recommended is that a devotee should live in a secluded place. Generally, a common man is interested in pounds, shillings, and pence, or materialistic advancement in life, which is unnecessary for a devotee. A devotee should select a place of residence where everyone is interested in devotional service. Generally, therefore, a devotee goes to a sacred place of pilgrimage where devotees live. It is recommended that he live in a place where there is no large number of ordinary men. It is very important to live in a secluded place, Vivikta Sarana. The next item is Santa or peacefulness. The devotee should not be agitated. He should be satisfied with his natural income. Eat only as much as he needs to keep his health. Live in a secluded place and always remain peaceful. Peace of mind is necessary for prosecuting Krishna consciousness. Next item is Maitra, friendliness. A devotee should be friendly to everyone, but his intimate friendship should be with devotees only. With others, he should be official. He may say, "Yes, sir, what you say is all right," but is not intimate with them. A devotee should, however, have compassion for persons who are innocent, who are neither atheistic nor very much advanced in spiritual realization. A devotee should be compassionate towards them and instruct them as far as possible in making advancement in Krishna consciousness. A devotee should always remain Atmavan or situated in a spiritual position. He should not forget that his main concern is to make advancement in spiritual consciousness or Krishna consciousness. And he should not ignorantly identify himself with the body or the mind. Atma means the body or the mind. But here the word Atmavan especially means that one should be self-possessed. He should always remain in the pure consciousness that he is spiritual and not the material body or the mind. That will make him progress confidently in Krishna consciousness. Oh, somebody said something? Om Agnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshulmitan Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swamrupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shiguro Sujata Padakamanam Shigurum Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatha Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Paryana Saitam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padhan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakha Vitamsya He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanto Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhano Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarvasya Kripa Sindhu Bhevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare The words again. It's a wonderful words. यदिच्छायोपलब्धेन संतुष्टमितबुक् मुनिः विविक्तः शरणः शान्तो मैत्र करुणात्मवान्. For his income, a devotee should be satisfied with what he earns without great difficulty. He should not eat more than what is necessary. He should live in a secluded place and always be thoughtful, peaceful, friendly, compassionate, and self-realized. So this section, Understanding Material Nature, is a wonderful chapter of understanding how a jiva is bound, a jiva which is pure consciousness. Mamai Vancho Jiva Loka, Jiva Bhuta Sanatana, part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. By nature, it is also Satchidananda, right? Eternal, full of knowledge and full of bliss. But by coming in contact with material nature, he forgets his constitutional position, right? He forgets his constitutional position. And that's his conditioned state. That's why the conditioned consciousness is when he's identifying himself with the body. He forgets his spiritual positions, identifying himself with the body. And that was discussed in verses 1 to 5, the jiva in the conditioned state. And then in these verses 6 to 11 is attaining liberation by yoga, right? Attaining liberation by yoga, especially here the yoga which is referred is Ashtanga yoga. So attaining liberation by yoga, the 6 words focus on faithfully practice Ashtanga yoga, yam, niyama, etc., and with devotees and faith that I am real, and by hearing my topics, right? So, how to attain that virakti, detachment, and then 18 qualities which should be cultivated by the jnani is mentioned from 7th verse to 10th verse. And we see in this particular verse, some of those qualities are mentioned. In the previous verse, Sarva Bhuta Samatva, equality to all jivas, Nirvaira, no enmity, Aprasanga, no intimate connections, Brahmacharya, celibate, Mauna, being grave, Swadharmana, Baliyasa, offering results of one's activities to the Lord were mentioned. And in this verse, Yadichaya Upalabdhena Santushto, satisfaction with what comes of its own accord, right? Satisfaction with what comes of its own accord. Not be too greedy and accumulate and accumulate and accumulate and accumulate. This material world is like cats and dogs races. Like you first of all endeavor very hard to get certain degree in education so that you can be well placed in job, earn like it's a 6-figure income, and then for that income, what do? Wake up early in the morning, run, go to work, come late. You don't have time to eat your lunch properly. You don't have time to do your spiritual cultivation properly. You don't have time to spend premium time with your family properly. And you come back. And what do? Just unwind of all the influences of work. And you are very tired, right? Like it's mentioned, Sasas Pavarga, right? Parishram, Pa Pa Ba Ba Ma, right? Parishram, so much parishram, like fena, foam comes out from the mouth like the horse, right? For bhaya, and it's always fearful. What would happen if somebody snatches away my accumulated income? Government is always snatching away in different forms of tax. Election year comes, and this year comes, and that, and then we have identity theft, and then we have this theft, and so many thefts, right? So fearful about that, right? Bhaya, and then we worry about mrityu, and ultimately, in the form of all devouring death. At the time of death, everything is snatched away, right? Everything is snatched away. Like the example of Alexander the Great, he conquered the entire world almost, and then uh, when he's quite sick, he's asking, no, means that no, that he writes his will, and he said, oh, means first of all, uh, get the coffin maker, and no, means he's guiding the coffin maker that no, means my body should be put in that coffin, and we construct the coffin in such a way that my hands comes out of the coffin, that I have conquered the entire world, but I'm going empty-handed. I'm going empty-handed, right? And let my coffin be carried by the best physicians. And though I have accumulated wealth, the best physicians cannot give me one moment more, right? Let the streets through which my coffin is taken be no, means decorated with all the diamonds and the gold and all which I have stolen from different countries. But they are of no use to me, right? Quite instructive. Means ultimately we accumulate and accumulate and accumulate. And many times for what?
What I do not know. Yes.
Right, yeah, Mataji. Yeah. So you can mute for some time, Mataji. So that's what it is. That and that's why we have no knowledge of higher understanding that certain things are predestined. Happiness and distress are predestined in a person's life. It comes by its own accord. Not that you will work many hours and you'll become the most wealthiest person. No. If you are destined to become the most wealthiest, you will. You will not earn $1 more than what you are destined to earn, $1 less than what you are destined to earn. Whether you endeavor for work or you don't endeavor for work. Right. And similarly, distress. No matter what you do, suddenly something will pop up. Right. Something will pop up. See, some events, situations in life will pop up to give you distress. So happiness and distress, right? So this yadichaya upalabdhyana santushta, satisfaction with what comes of its own accord, is very important. In Nectar of Instruction, it's mentioned atyahara prayascha prajalpa nemagraha jana sangascha laudyamcha sabhi bhakti panashyati. Right? Atyahara, endeavoring for more than what is necessary. Right? Can somebody mute their lines? I will request everybody to mute their lines. Thank you. Yeah, satisfaction is what comes of its own accord. Right. So it's very important. Then Mitta book, regulated eating, not be too gluttonous. Vacho vegam, manasya krodha vegam, jiva vegam. Right. So in that words of nectar of instruction, the tongue does two duties of vibrating to speak, uncontrolled vibrating, and eating. Jiva Vegam, Udara Pasta Vegam. And times we want to go on eating and eating and eating and eating. We are all done for the day and somebody comes up with some very palatable dish. Oh, Prabhu, oh, Mata, please have this. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, let me try. Or be greedy that, oh, let me fill up containers and bring it at home so that I can eat it tomorrow. Right? Gluttonous, greedy, of always eating. So here it is mentioned a yogi cultivates a quality of mitra book. Eat only that is necessary to keep body and soul together. Right? Not more. Not more. Then Munihi, he should always be thoughtful. Fancy, always be thoughtful. Must be introspective. Should always be introspective. Vibhakta Sarana, living in a secluded place, living in the association of devotees, is very much needed. Right? Vibhakta Sarana. Otherwise, what would happen? You will pick up association of those who want to enjoy life, those who want to be involved in sense gratification. Right? So, we should be compassionate to give his association to others, but not take up association of especially those who are engrossed in sense gratification. Otherwise, they will have kitty parties, they will have this party, that party, that party, and ultimately it is alcohol, uh, sex life, and forgetting the real purpose of our life and being engrossed in sense gratification. Right? Being engrossed in the sense gratification, like the animalistic life. Animals are completely engrossed in sense gratification. One time, Lord Indra, for some reason, was cursed, and he became a pig, and he's completely in pig life, completely engrossed in sense gratification with his family, with all the refuse which is coming, he's getting into that and eating all those things. And time came that once his curse time was over, and Lord Brahma said, "Oh, let me remind him that hey, his time is over, that he should come back now to rule the kingdom of heaven." So he goes, and he said, "No, no, I'm happy here." And grows with my family, and at that place now suddenly some food will come and I will go and eat, and then I have to maintain my piglets, right? So it's completely engrossed, and that's what this material conditioning does, makes us completely engrossed, forgetting our real constitutional position, right? Completely engrossed, and then we forget in the association of these materially minded people, the real purpose of life, the real purpose of festivals. Those who are coming from, most of us coming from India, we knew about these festivals, so Janmashtami. But what would they do on Janmashtami? They will stay till midnight and do gambling and alcohol. and sanctification. It's the appearance of the Supreme Lord, which is meant to remember the Supreme Lord more on that day and to perform services for the satisfaction of the Supreme Lord. But we forget all those things. Navratri, the 9 days, you know, or any festival you take for that reason. And you will see that so much contamination in observance of that festival. So the real purpose of that festival goes away because of associating with uh, those who want to be engrossed in sense gratification, where they will think of each and every opportunity that, oh, let's enjoy. Or going to Vrindavan, the other day I was mentioning, going to Vrindavan. Or let's enjoy, where is the best pizza in Vrindavan? Where is the best ice cream in Vrindavan? Not thinking about Vrindavan consciousness of feeling detached and observing virakti, right? That, oh, let me find a saintly person and hear from him, right? Hear from him. And then Santaha, it should be peaceful, Maitra, friendly, Karuna, compassionate. Atmavan. Atmavan means like Balavan, full of strength, right? Dhanavan, full of wealth. Atmavan means is completely self-possessed, determined. It's completely determined, right? So these are the qualities which are mentioned here. We have 1 minute left. If anybody has some reflection, they can say. Otherwise, they can discuss in Nityam Bhagavata Sevya and we can address that. Okay. Any short discussion? But please meditate on these words today because pretty soon we will all be engrossed going out in the material world. But for a while, stop and always spend some time introspectively thinking about our life. Thinking about our life. When is enough? When can we call enough is enough? Right. Shastra says Panchas Urdhva Manam Rajet. At 50, one should go to Mana. Manam Rajet. Mana means completely observe detachment. Right. Are we on that path? If not, what can we do to get onto that path so that we can make the best use of this human form of life which is given to us in this particular life? Hare Krishna. Okay, we'd like to thank you all and wish you all a safe and Krishna conscious day and week ahead. We'd like to offer our prayers to the Supreme Lord by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Nrsimha, Jai Nrsimha, Jai Jai Nrsimha, Praladesha, Jaya Padma, Mukha Padma Bhingam, Ugraviram Mahavishram, Jwalantam Sarvatomukam, Nrsimham Vishanam Badram, Nityam Nityunamiham, Nrsimha Bhagwan ki Jai, Prahlad Maharaj ki Jai. Let's offer my humble obeisances. Let's offer our humble obeisances to all the assembled Vaishnavas. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhu bhayavacha patitanam pavane bhayo Vaishnave bhyo namo namaha. वैष्णविंद की जय, ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, शिला प्रभुपाद की जय, गौर प्रेमानंदे।
Hari Hari Bol.
Thank you, Madhupati Prabhuji. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Prabhuji.
you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, everybody.